guys, it's Gecko, and I have a book haul. I've already opened it, so you don't have to listen to me use my keys to open something. Pop this bit. Exciting! I need a bit. Okay. The first thing I have is Heartstopper by Alexander Volume 2. It's a graphic novel. And for those of you who do know me, you'll know how much I love Radio Silence. And it's Alex! The ultimate boyo. Next, I have Never Night by J. Christoph. Never flinch, never fear, never forgets. Ooh. Ooh. Nice starry thing there. And, as all good fantasy maps do, it has a map. 2 maps. It's a very, very pretty book. This one is also very pretty. I love this. I've already read this. So good. Now another book I've already read, Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. I read this, I think at the beginning of the month, and maybe at the end of last month. And it's very pretty. First half, generic YA fantasy. Second half, gets a little strange. And when you do that, I love a paperback that does this. So it's really hot when you can do that. My favourite thing about this book, well, there's a lot of things about this book, but this is my favourite thing. At the beginning, here it says, once upon a time an angel and a devil fell in love. It did not end well. Pretty much there. The next book I have, I also read this. I read this at the beginning, I want to say last week before. Strange Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender. It's a very good book. It's about a girl who was born with wings. Love makes us such fools. Very beautiful, sort of really woven feel to the book. Yes. To my great misfortune, I was once mistaken for an angel. Really an angel vibe going on, I think, with fantasy. Next one I've got is The Price Guide to the Occult, which is the second book Leslie Watson wrote. This came out, and she didn't write anything for ages, and then she came out with this. And this was amazing, so I'm hoping this will be just as good. Ooh. Blood-drenched dark fantasy. Ooh, I have no idea what this is about. The first sentence. They have been called many things. Ooh. Okay, so there's a girl who's cursed. Ah, she's a descendant of a witch. Right. Oh, okay. Okay. A mysterious book is published and promising to cast any spell for the right price. The author, the girl's mum, is performing magic that should be far beyond her capabilities, and such magic always requires a sacrifice. I love the hands on the back. It's very pretty. The trees in red, I love it. These are going to look so pretty on the shelf. The US one of this is green, which is interesting. I'm not sure if I prefer the red or the green. Okay, now most of you probably have heard of the Diviners. If you haven't, what? Just search up the US cover of the Diviners and tell me this isn't terrible. But I keep trying to read it, so I was like, I keep getting it from the library, keep getting quite into it, but then like, I don't like having a time limit on reading, which seems weird because I read so many library books, but when it's a book like this, if I don't have a time limit, I read it quicker, which is kind of weird. But yes, Diviners. By Libba Bray, something dark and evil has awakened. So from what I know about this is set in the 1920s, America. Specifically at the beginning, I believe it's Oklahoma. I could be wrong. That's Ohio. And the girl's too she's too lively. So she's sent to New York City and she has to live with her uncle Will, who has an obsession with the occult. And he runs a museum. And there's an occult serial killer. And her uncle is asked by the police to help. And she gets caught up in it. And there's someone called Memphis who's caught between two worlds. That's the back, that's the spine, and that's the awful front cover. That is all the books I brought. I'm going to try to hold them up. Books have a tendency to fall over. I'm going to put that on the top because the cover of that's like flapping. Yes. I didn't really say much about Heartstopper. It's the second book. It's a very, very pretty graphic novel. It's a webcomic written by Alice Oseman, and they started to publish them, which is awesome. And this is a love story between these two, and it's super cute and super wonderful and has a really beautiful coming out scene. I'm not going to say if it's first or second, but it's very beautiful. Definitely would recommend them. And if you search up Alice Oseman, you'll probably be able to see them on the website she uploads them to, and you'll probably be able to get ahead of me. But yeah, I love this. Love this. It's just so cute. And it's just so wonderful. And so, so yeah. Again, I don't really know anything about the three I haven't read because I haven't read them, but I'm super excited to read these, to dive into these whenever I get around to it, which won't be for ages because I don't think any of them fit into my next month's reading plans, which I might do a TBR for, I might not, depending on how I feel. But yes, this is I love it so much. It's so beautiful. I love it. The detail of the feather. Like when you have a library book, they're kind of under plastic, so you can't really see them properly. But this is Strange and Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender by Leslie Walton. I know it's written Les Lyle. And then, yes, Do You Belong Here or Elsewhere? I love it. It's so good. Like these three are so worth it. I think, yeah, all of these were 5 stars for me. So I'm hoping that these ones will also be really good. you for coming to my book haul, which is very long and rambly, which, like me, happens all the time. So I'm trying to be more active on the channel. Let me know if there's a specific book you want me to read or things to talk about. I'm planning a review of Radio Silence at some point, which will probably be just a lot of crying, because honestly it's amazing. It's written by Alice Oseman, as I said. Alid is in it. But yeah, this is about Alid's friends. Heartstopper is his two friends. It's really cute. Again, if there's anything you want me to read or talk about, let me know in the comments, or on Twitter at wickengecko95, or on Instagram at bookish_wicken_gecko. Okay, thanks for watching and have a lovely day, and hashtag they're classy.